Hello, and welcome to your 12th grade monthly recommendations for September. This video is in addition to the emailed copy of the recommendations that you have already received from your Haifa College Planning Coach. Be sure to locate and reference those emailed recommendations for any links or information you may want to review later. If necessary, reach out directly to your college planning coach for another emailed copy of these recommendations. This month is really all about figuring out what deadlines you need to make and putting those on your calendar. Here are some big scholarships with deadlines approaching: the Coca-Cola Scholarship, the Gates Millennium, the Jen and Kelly Tanabe, the Asian Pacific Scholarship Fund are just a few that you can find. You can find these links that are in the emailed copy of these recommendations. You can also work with your coach to find out other scholarship opportunities that are available to you, but make sure that you're always keeping in line what those deadlines are so you're not waiting till the last minute to apply. In preparation for the Fafsa, which will open on October 1st, you want to print and fill out the Fafsa worksheet from Cooter. This walks you through how to do that under Plan for Education and then learn about financial aid. You're going to want to make sure that you collect all information to complete the FAFSA before you get ready for the worksheet. Completing that worksheet and having it on hand before the deadline of October 1st when the FAFSA opens is going to make sure that you are fully prepared to start entering that information, get that review done by your coach, and make sure you get that in the best way possible as soon as possible. You're going to want to make sure that you are selecting a college major. Consider not only your interests, but your skills, talents, and personality. How will a major help you capitalize on your natural talents and interests? If you're not sure how to start this process or haven't done that so far, make sure you work with your coach and fill out your Cooter assessments or revisit those Cooter assessments that you filled out early on in the program, and that will give you some different areas of research to start in. You're going to want to schedule time to work on your applications essays. It's very important that you work on these and turn in the best possible product that you can. This really allows the admissions committee to get to know what's unique about you. So you want to be genuine. You want to be able to tell your story. They are very time consuming to write. So make sure that you are putting the right amount of time in and giving yourself enough time, not only to write it, but to turn it into your coach to work on reviewing it and providing feedback to you. If you're interested in attending one of the military academies, you want to start that application process immediately. Note that the ROTC scholarship applications are due in December and January. You can see here on your screen a list of the military academies. Again, you can also find these links in the emailed copy of this month's recommendations. Register for the SAT subject tests if that applies to you, which are scheduled in November. Take the SAT, again, if you want to improve your test scores or if you have not taken it and one of the schools that you want to go to does require it. So make sure that you double check on what the requirements are for that and when you're able to take the test. Determine if interviews are required for college admissions and/or scholarships. This is not going to be true for every college admission process or for every scholarship, but if it is, you're going to want to make sure that you get on that schedule as soon as possible so you don't miss any opportunities that are available to you as those interviews do book up, and you want to give yourself enough time to really prepare for doing that. Be sure to have an interview conducted at least 2 to 4 weeks prior to an early action or early decision applications when they are due. Schedule auditions if your college major is one for the performing arts. Sometimes this is going to be required if you are applying for the major that is going to be in one of the performing arts areas. Make sure that you know what the deadlines are and you are able to contact that department, get all of the information that you need, work with your parents and or guardians to make travel and lodging arrangements, all of the things that go into that. It's not something you want to wait until the last minute. Not only are you going to be scrambling, but you may miss those deadlines. So make sure you really know what those deadlines are as you are looking at all of the pieces that are going to be required for your particular admissions process. Finalize your list of teachers, counselors, coaches, employees, community members, or other adults that you will ask for letters of recommendation. Order official copies of your high school transcripts and any colleges or universities, community colleges, where you also took classes and got credit for that. You're going to want to make sure that you double check those to make sure that your grades are correct before you turn that in on behalf of your high school, before you turn that in as part of your admissions packet. So make sure you're double checking that. Finalize your student resume. Make sure that everything that you have done up to that point is included on there. You can have your Haifa College Planning coach review that for you, provide feedback, make sure that there aren't any spelling or grammar mistakes, anything along those lines. And again, that it's up to date. There's going to be a lot of pre-FAFSA preparation that you are going to want to do. Again, you have this information in your emailed version of these recommendations, so make sure you go through this and make sure that you have this conversation with your Heartland College planning coach. They're going to be able to walk you through all of these different bullet points. They're going to be able to provide personalized feedback on your finalized FAFSA application, and they're going to be able to give you the information for the annual FAFSA webinar that we do on how to fill it out, some of the common mistakes that students and families make, and some of the things that you're really going to want to look for. Again, go back to printing out that worksheet that's in FAFSA, as well as resources that are on the FAFSA website, to make sure that you have all of the materials in time for that October 1 deadline. I'm sorry, that's the day that it opens. So you're going to want to have all of your materials in place for October 1 so you can start filling that out and get it turned in to the best of your ability as quickly as possible. For any follow-up questions, clarification on recommendation points, or to report any updates, please contact your Heartland College Planning coach directly. Thank you and best wishes for a productive September.